Spicy ladies, I'm so glad you're here. Picture this. You're standing in front of your mirror, throwing on your favorite hoodie and those jeans you've worn 100 times, not even thinking twice, and then you catch him staring at you like you just stepped out of a movie and you're wondering, what is he seeing right now? That's the secret we're unpacking today, spicy ladies. Today we're diving into something we've all experienced. You're getting ready, maybe throwing on something totally random, like your go-to hoodie, a pair of jeans you've worn a million times, or even your gym clothes while running errands, and suddenly he's looking at you like you just walked off a movie set. You're standing there thinking, what is he seeing that I'm not? We often think the only way to turn a man on is by going all out tight dress, high heels, perfect makeup, the whole deal. And sure, that can be stunning, but what if I told you some of the biggest turn-ons are hiding in plain sight? It's not always the polished, Instagrammable version of you that gets to him the most. It's the real, relaxed you, the one who slips out when you're not even trying, when you're just living, not performing. Here's the secret. Men are visual, yes, but they're also emotional. What really pulls them in is the way something you wear makes them feel that old sweater, a subtle swipe of lipstick, the way your jeans fit when you're laughing with your friends. Those little things tell a story, whispering things your words don't say. When you understand how powerful that is, you stop chasing sexy and start owning it. So today, I'm sharing 8 things you wear often, without even thinking, that secretly turn him on. This isn't about dressing for a man, it's about understanding your power and how it shows up in the most effortless, unexpected ways. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about glasses. You might think they're just for reading, working on your laptop, or making sure you don't trip over the curb while texting. But here's what most women don't realize. Those glasses are doing a lot more than helping you see. They're helping him see you in a whole new light. There's something magnetic about a woman who wears glasses. And no, it's not because of some cheesy librarian fantasy that's outdated. What makes glasses sexy is the psychology behind them. They suggest focus, intelligence, poise. When you put on glasses, it signals that you're deep in thought, absorbed in something important, or in your zone. And that's incredibly attractive to a man who's emotionally intelligent enough to value more than just surface-level beauty. Imagine this. It's right now, and you're sitting at a coffee shop, glasses on, lost in a book, or typing away on your laptop. He's watching you, captivated, because you're not performing for anyone, you're just being. That kind of self-possession radiates. I had a friend who noticed this last summer, around June 2024, so about 11 months ago. She was working on a project, glasses on, hair tied back, completely focused. Her partner couldn't stop staring. And later he told her how sexy it was to see her so in her element, so confident without even trying. That's the thing, confidence doesn't always show up in a red dress and heels. Sometimes it's in the way you adjust your frames while explaining an idea you're passionate about, or when you're reading on the train, lost in your own little world. There's also a vulnerability to it, something about seeing you a little more undone, more real, with your glasses on and your guard down. It feels intimate, like the version of you he imagines getting to see when no one else does, and men crave that glimpse behind the curtain. I'm not saying go out and buy glasses if you don't need them. This isn't about props or pretending. It's about recognizing the power in the things you already do, the things that feel effortless to you but are deeply alluring to someone who's paying attention. Glasses don't hide your beauty, they frame it, drawing attention to your eyes, your gaze, your expressions, your energy. To the man who's tuned in, he's not just looking at your face, he's seeing the depth behind it, and that's something no filter or outfit can replicate. Right now, if you are still watching, I hope this video can help you. Your comments motivate me so much, so I can make more videos which you like. So hit that subscribe button and leave me a message. Let's continue. Now that we've talked about how glasses can quietly turn him on, let's move into the second thing you wear that secretly drives him wild. His hoodie or shirt. You might think grabbing his hoodie is just about comfort, maybe you're cold, his closet was closer, or you just like the way it smells like him. But let me tell you, when you wear his hoodie, you're doing something that without even realizing it flips a switch in his brain. It's not about looking hot in the traditional sense. And it's not even about the hoodie itself, it's about what it represents. And that's what makes it so powerful. When you slip into something that belongs to him, something oversized, soft, and worn in it sends a message that's way more intense than lingerie ever could. It says, I feel safe with you, I feel close to you, I'm at ease. That sense of closeness, of emotional intimacy is a massive turn on, especially for a man who's emotionally connected to you. Imagine this, and you're at his place, maybe watching a movie. You're chilly, so you grab his hoodie from the couch, slip it on, and curl up next to him. He looks at you, and suddenly, he's staring like you're the most beautiful thing he's ever seen. That's because the moment you put it on, it becomes yours. In his mind, he sees you in it, barefoot in the kitchen or lounging on the couch, and that hoodie now has a whole new meaning. It's no longer just clothing. It's a memory, a feeling, a little moment that bonds you together. I had a friend who noticed this last fall, around October 2024, so about 7 months ago. She was at her boyfriend's place, and it got cold, so she grabbed his hoodie. She didn't think much of it, but she caught him staring at her with this soft smile. Later, he told her it made him feel so close to her, like she was part of his world in this quiet, intimate way. That's the thing, there's a beautiful contrast when you wear his hoodie. You're smaller, softer, feminine, wrapped up in something masculine and structured, and that contrast creates tension, the good kind, the kind that sparks attraction. It's primal, protective, tapping into a part of him that wants to hold you, not just look at you. What makes it even more powerful is that you're not wearing that hoodie to impress him. You're just being comfortable, cozy, yourself. That's exactly what makes it sexy. Because true attraction isn't always about a red dress and a slow motion hair flip. It's often about how you look when you think no one's watching. And he is. I've seen this so many times. Women who wear their partner's hoodie, they don't realize the effect it has. But it's huge. It's not just about the physical, it's the emotional message it sends. It's like you're saying, I'm comfortable enough to let my guard down with you. And that vulnerability, that trust, is what lights him up inside. There's also this subtle ownership vibe, not in a controlling way, but in a sweet, emotional one. When you wear his hoodie, it's like you're carrying a piece of him with you, and that makes him feel connected to you on a deeper level. I remember another friend last winter, around December 2024, so about 5 months ago. She wore her partner's shirt one morning while making coffee, and he couldn't stop smiling. He told her it made him feel like she was his, in the best way, like they were building something real together. So the next time you pull on his hoodie and catch him looking at you a little differently, just know it's not the hoodie, it's the woman in the hoodie, and the message she's sending without saying a word. That kind of effortless intimacy is what he'll think about long after the moment's over. Let's move on to the third thing you wear that secretly turns him on, spicy ladies, and this one might surprise you: your workout gear with a messy ponytail or bun. Picture this: you're getting ready for a quick run, heading to a yoga class, or just running errands on a Saturday morning. Your hair's thrown up in a low ponytail or a messy bun. You're in your workout leggings, a tank top, maybe a zip-up hoodie, and nothing fancy, no makeup, just the get things done version of you. And yet, he can't take his eyes off you. Why? Because there's something unbelievably attractive about a woman in her element, and that's exactly what this look is all about. When you're dressed like this, you're not trying to impress anyone. You're dressed to move, you're in your body, you're present, you're focused. And that's what makes it so magnetic. Men are deeply drawn to what I like to call purpose energy, when a woman is doing something for herself, not for anyone else's approval. Whether you're working out, going for a walk, or just living your life, that unbothered, confident energy is intoxicating. Imagine this, and you're just back from the gym, still in your leggings and tank top, hair in a messy bun, sipping a smoothie while laughing about something with him. He's watching you, completely captivated, because you're not trying to be anything, you're just being you. I had a friend who noticed this last spring, around March 2024, so about 14 months ago. She was heading to a yoga class, hair up, no makeup, just her usual workout gear. Her partner stopped her as she was leaving and told her she looked incredible. She laughed it off, thinking she looked basic, but he was serious, said he loved seeing her so confident and in her zone. That's the thing that messy ponytail says: I'm not trying to be perfect, I'm just being real. It draws attention to your face, your neckline, the curve of your jaw in a subtle but powerful way. And the workout gear itself, leggings, fitted tops, simple athletic wear, highlights your shape naturally. It's functional, not flashy, but it still shows your form, and that's the sweet spot because you're not showing off. You're just existing in your body, strong and grounded. What really seals the deal is what this look represents. Men love a woman who takes care of herself, not just physically but emotionally. When you carve out time to invest in yourself, to value your health, your time, your peace, it signals self-respect, and self-respect is incredibly sexy. I remember another friend last summer. around July 2024, so about 10 months ago. She was running errands after the gym, still in her workout clothes, hair in a messy bun. Her partner met up with her, and he couldn't stop complimenting her. She felt like a mess, but he said he loved how real and confident she looked, like she was living for herself, not for anyone else's gaze. That's what makes this look so powerful. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. This isn't about trying to look a certain way, it's about the energy you bring when you're in your element. When you're standing there in your leggings, laughing with your friends, or focused on your routine, you might feel like the most basic version of yourself, but to him, you're captivating. He sees the real you, confident, focused, unfiltered Adan. That's the version of you that's unforgettable. I've seen this so many times. Women who embrace this effortless look, they don't realize the impact it has, but it's huge. It's not just about the clothes, it's about the woman wearing them. The one who knows her worth doesn't come from how much she's trying, but from how much she's living. So the next time you throw your hair up and slip into your workout gear, don't underestimate the magic you're bringing. It's quiet, but it's powerful. Let's dive into the fourth thing you wear that secretly turns him on, spicy ladies: a backless dress or top. This one's a game changer because it's not loud or screaming for attention. In fact, that's what makes it so effective. It whispers, it invites, and that quiet confidence is exactly what pulls him in. When you walk into a room in something that reveals your back, you're showing a part of yourself that's often hidden, and that subtle exposure creates a kind of magic that's hard to ignore. A backless dress isn't about your cleavage, your legs, or the usual look at me zones. It's sensual in a way that's unexpected. Picture this, and you're getting ready for a night out. You slip into a backless dress, something simple but elegant, and as you walk past him, he stops mid-sentence, completely captivated. That's because there's a mystery to the back. It's one of the most underappreciated yet deeply alluring parts of the body. It's elegant, feminine, vulnerable, and when you show it, you're exposing something that's literally unguarded. There's no eye contact, no flirtatious smile, just this quiet, beautiful exposure, and that creates tension, the good kind, the kind that makes him want to lean in, get closer, know more. I had a friend who experienced this last summer, around August 2024, so about 9 months ago. She wore a backless top to a dinner party. Nothing too fancy, just something that felt good. Her partner couldn't take his eyes off her all night, and later he told her it was the way her back looked when she turned away, like it was this secret part of her he hadn't noticed before, and it drove him wild. That's the thing, it's not sexual in the obvious way, it's sensual in the emotional way. When you wear a backless dress, it says something without a word. I know I don't need to show it all to be noticed. I trust my presence to do the work. And trust me, he notices the way the fabric moves when you walk, the way your hair falls against your bare skin, the subtle line of your spine when you turn away. It's like visual poetry. What makes this so powerful is the contrast of power and softness. A backless dress shows confidence you're not hiding, but you're not overexposing either. It's a balance that's magnetic. I remember another friend last fall, around November 2024, so about 6 months ago. She wore a backless dress to a wedding, and her date couldn't stop talking about how elegant she looked. She didn't even realize the impact until he mentioned how it made him feel like she was this graceful, confident woman who didn't need to try too hard to be captivating. That's what a backless dress does. It's not about showing off. It's about revealing just enough to leave an impression. Most men have seen cleavage or a short skirt, but seeing a woman's back hits different because it's not just about what he sees, it's about how it makes him feel. He sees elegance, grace, self-assurance. A woman who knows who she is and doesn't need to put it all out there to feel powerful. I've seen this work so many times. Women who wear something backless, they don't even realize the effect they're having, but it's profound. It's the kind of look that lingers in his mind, not because it's flashy, but because it's subtle and real. So the next time you slip into something that bears your back, whether it's a summer dress or a night out piece, just know you're not just turning heads, you're leaving an impression, and the most attractive part is that you're doing it effortlessly. This isn't about trying to be something you know, it's about embracing the parts of you that are already magnetic, the parts that show up when you're confident in your own skin. A backless dress is a reminder that you don't need to do the most to be the most, you just need to be yourself, unapologetically, and let that quiet power speak for itself. That's what he's drawn to, and that's what makes this look so unforgettable. Let's move into the fifth thing you wear that secretly turns him on, spicy ladies: a soft, cozy sweater. This might seem totally innocent, maybe even a little boring on the surface, I know, exactly the go-to outfit you'd think of when trying to turn someone on, right? But here's the twist: the oversized, slouchy, warm knit you throw on when the weather gets chilly is doing more work than you think. To a man who's genuinely into you, cozy is sexy, and there's a reason why. A soft sweater brings out a completely different energy than the bold, look-at-me kind of sexy. It's the inviting, comforting, stay-a-while kind of sexy that pulls him in. When you're wrapped up in that sweater, sleeves pulled over your hands, curled up on the couch with a cup of coffee, it says, "This is me when I let my guard down." It's intimate, personal, real. Picture this, and you're at home, maybe after a long day, wearing your favorite cozy sweater, just relaxing. He looks at you, and there's this warmth in his eyes. Because this isn't a moment you dressed for, it's a moment you're living in, and those are the moments that stay in his mind long after the night is over. I had a friend who noticed this last winter, so about 5 months ago. She was at her partner's place wearing this big soft sweater just lounging around. She didn't think much of it, but he kept pulling her closer, telling her how much he loved seeing her like that. He said it made him feel like he was seeing the real her, the one who felt safe enough to just be. That's the thing: a soft sweater amplifies your femininity in this quiet way. The softness of the fabric, the way it slips slightly off your shoulder, the contrast between that cozy texture and the shape of your body underneath it makes him curious, it makes him lean in, it creates this beautiful push-pull dynamic. The more you cover up, the more he wants to, not just physically but emotionally. He wants to know the version of you that lives underneath all that comfort. What makes this even more powerful is the confidence it exudes. When you wear something cozy and still walk with that calm, self-assured energy, like you know you don't need to reveal everything to be captivating, that's magnetic. It's like saying, "I don't need to prove anything, I'm already enough." I remember another friend last fall, around October 2024, so about 7 months ago. She was wearing her favorite sweater on a chilly day, just hanging out with her partner. She felt so relaxed, and he couldn't stop staring. Later, he told her it was one of the sexiest things he'd ever seen, not because of the sweater, but because of how comfortable and confident she seemed in it. That's what makes this look so special. It's not about showing skin. It's about showing comfort and letting someone close enough to feel it. So don't underestimate the power of your lazy day look. That soft, cozy sweater might just be the most quietly seductive thing you own. It's a reminder that sexy isn't always about trying hard. Sometimes it's about being so at ease in your own skin that he can't help but be drawn to you. I've seen this work so many times. Women who embrace this cozy vibe, they don't even realize the effect they're having, but it's profound. It's the kind of look that makes him want to pull you closer, not just because of how you look, but because of how you make him feel safe, warm, connected. That's the magic of a cozy sweater, and it's something you're probably already doing without even knowing it. Let's bring this all together, whether it's the subtle intelligence of glasses, the intimacy of his hoodie, the purpose energy of your workout gear, the quiet confidence of a backless dress, or the cozy allure of a soft sweater. These things aren't just about appearance. They're about how you feel in those moments, and how that feeling translates into an irresistible energy. Attraction isn't a checklist. It's not about the right outfit or mastering some secret look. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, showing up with honesty and confidence, and letting your natural self shine through. So the next time you get dressed, think about what part of you want to show the world, what feeling you want to invite in, and how you can wear that confidently, no matter what you have on. Because when you do that, you don't just turn heads, you captivate hearts. Stay true to yourself, to all the spicy ladies. Make life beautiful. See you in our next video.